Imagine there was a system out there where with just typing in a few details about your company and clicking a few buttons on the kind of campaign you're looking to run, the system's able to take that information, it's able to conduct deep research into your ICP and your target market. It's then able to use proven marketing frameworks to take all that information and output free high quality headlines and body copy that you can actually use to plug into your campaigns and generate high quality ad results. This is the exact system I'm going to show you how to set up within your business in this video. So whether you're a business owner looking to run ads, whether you're an agency working with clients, or perhaps you work in marketing and you're looking to scale up your marketing efforts, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the entire system and show you the power of using AI in your business today to actually generate results like these. Cool, so for the system in this video, I'm actually going to be using a software called Airtable. If you're not familiar with Airtable, it's basically like a Google Sheets where you can store all your information. But essentially what you can do with that information is then you can create certain interfaces with it so that it actually allows you to interact with the data in a much better way. So within this meta ad system I've actually set up here, there's going to be 3 steps. So I think the best place to start is to actually come into the first step here and show you how it works. So the first step in this meta ads process is we're actually going to be inputting all of the details around our company and the kind of campaign we're looking to run. So for example, we can just come into here and you can type in the name of your company. Or I'm just going to type in a company name like marketingagency.com. Let's go with that. You can come in here and you can type in your company name. And what that's going to do is that's going to create a new drop down here where you can literally come into here and just fill out all of the details about your company. So for example, you might be based in the US, a certain niche that you operate in, and you can tell the system here a little bit about the ICP and the ideal customer profile you're going after. So you can fill out all of these details here, tell it a little bit about your company, tell it who's the exact kind of person we're looking to target. And the more specific you can be with something like this, the better results the ads are actually going to get. And then what we can do down here is we can give it our offer. So what is the actual offer you have in your company? What is the problem you're looking to solve? And then down here, a few features and benefits. So what are the actual services that you sell and what are the individual components of your business? And then secondly, what are the benefits that actually come with that? And we're going to be able to plug this information into the AI to actually output results using all of this. And then if we come down here, we can actually fill out our call to action offer. So this might be something like get a free roadmap, get a free growth consultation. And the AI is basically going to be able to take all this information and implement it into the ad. And we actually even have a CTA button here. So depending on the call to action button that you actually use within your meta ad campaign, you might have something like learn more. And what this will be able to do is that will be able to plug it into the actual call to action button in your meta ads campaign. And then finally, we've got a few descriptions of case studies. So when the AI is actually writing out the ad, it might even include some of the case studies or the people that you've worked with just for that extra social proof. So what we're going to be able to do with all of this information, once we've filled out all this information about our company, what we do is we just come down here and we literally just click initiate ICP research. And what this is going to do is it's going to take all of this information here and we're literally going to plug that into an AI model, and the AI model is going to be able to take all this information about your company and actually conduct deep research into your ICP. And the way we've set this up is we've actually got an automation software running in the background. So I'm actually using make.com for this. When we click this button here, it's actually going to trigger a webhook in our automation software. So that's essentially going to trigger this automation here, and it's going to go up this path here where we actually go and research the ICP. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug all of that information you gave about your company into this AI module here. Now I'm actually using Perplexity so that we can actually take a look at the state of the market right now. So if I pull up this Perplexity prompt here and actually show you what we're going to be looking at, just for the system prompt, actually telling what the AI to do, I've just told it it's an expert niche insight analyst. The system prompt basically tells the AI what it identifies with. And then if we come down here into the actual prompt message, I've just given it some context. So for the actual research into the ICP, we're going to be building out a 10 smart market questions cheat sheet. So when the webhook actually triggers, it's going to populate with the information that we gave it when we was actually filling out this form here. So we're going to give it information around our ICP here. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to get it to answer these 10 questions. So just to run you through these quick questions, what are 3 things that keep them awake at night, eyes open, staring at the ceiling? What are their top 3 daily frustrations? What language, phrases, or complaints do they naturally use when talking about their problems? What are some common false beliefs they have or bad past experiences? What outcomes actually matter to them? What are the shortcuts or the DIY solutions they're using before they hire someone like you? is there a built-in bias to the way your ideal customer actually makes decisions? For example, if they work in finance or they're an engineer, they might be more analytical. And then what fears do they have? What solutions are already in the market similar to yours that they're already using? And then finally, what are the biggest problems or objections with using those solutions? So taking the information from your ICP that we actually inputted into the database here, what it's basically going to do is it's going to trigger this AI module, and the AI is going to go away and actually research your target market. And what we're going to do then is we're going to get it to output all the answers so we can actually use that to plug it back into the system. So if I come back into the Airtable database here, I won't use this example because I don't want to fill this all out. I've actually used ChatGPT to go ahead and generate all these variables for us, just to show you what an example company looks like. So this example is given us here. So it's a company called Growth Car Agency. They're based in London. They're performance marketers for scaling e-commerce brands. So we can see they're actually targeting e-commerce brands, and the kind of person they're looking to target, they're going after founders based in the UK with the desired outcome to increase their revenue while cutting costs and increasing their conversion rates. And we can see here the ICP statement is we help e-commerce founders in the UK go from rising ad costs and inconsistent conversion rates to reduced customer acquisition costs and predictable revenue. And that's what we're going to be plugging into our research prompt to actually look into this target market and tell us all about that market. And then down here, we've actually got some information around what the company does, what their offer is, and some features and benefits to their offer. And then finally down here, we've included the company USP. So we actually want to tell the AI what's different about this company. So when it goes about creating the ads and formulating them, it's actually able to differentiate your company from someone else in the ad copy. And then down here, we tell it the call to action offer that we want included in the ads. So we're going to be offering a free e-commerce growth audit and revenue roadmap. And for the call to action we want to use, we've just gone ahead and clicked learn more. But for the sake of this video, let me change it to sign up just to show you what it looks like. And then for the case studies, we've got some AI generated case studies here. So scaled a D2C skincare brand from 120K to 420K. And reduce CPA by 38% for a fashion e-commerce brand while increasing average order value. So when we actually go around to creating the ads, the AI is going to be able to use all of this information plus the proven marketing frameworks we've given it and the proven winning examples. And it's basically going to be able to take the information from your company, use the winning marketing frameworks, and output high quality results for you. So what we can do if we come into this and just click initiate ICP research is we can come back into our scenario and we can see that it's actually been triggered and gone up this path. And this is basically using logic to understand which one of the buttons we actually clicked, which I can show you how to set up in another video. So what we've done, we've researched the ICP using Perplexity. We've then plugged that back into our Airtable CRM. And if I come back to here and show you what that looks like, we can come down here into the ICP research and we can see for our example company, Growth Car Agency, we've now got an entire database of information about our ideal customer profile that not only is going to help us in the future when we go about creating ad campaigns, but we're also going to be plugging this all into the AI to generate relevant and highly contextual ad campaigns for us. So just to run you through some of these examples, we've got rising and unpredictable paid ad costs that are eroding margins and making scaling unaffordable, rising CPC, etc. We've got inconsistent conversion rates and sudden revenue volatility. And we've also got fears about tech issues or platform changes breaking revenue. And then if I come down here and just pick another example, if I just pick this one here, number 4, what are 3 common false beliefs or bad past experiences they've had? So we got belief that simply increasing ad spend will reliably scale revenue. We've got assumption that CRO or a single tool will fix conversions quickly. And we also got here bad past experiences with agencies or vendors that delivered vanity metrics but not profitable growth. So the AI is going to use all this information as leverage when we're actually going about creating the ad campaign. And what's great about this system is now we've got all of this information, we can literally come down here to the bottom here and just click initialize copy drafts. And what that's going to do is it's going to trigger the next automation in our system where it's going to take all of this information about our ICP. It's going to take all of this information about the company that we gave it. It's going to go ahead and generate drafts for us in the form of free headlines and free copies. So if I come down here and just click initialize copy drafts, what you can see is that's gone ahead and triggered the automation down this path. You can see the payload has come through. So what that's going to do is we're first going to use a ChatGPT model to actually generate the ad copy. And once the ad copy has been generated, we're then going to use another ChatGPT model to actually generate all the headlines. And the reason I've done this is because the AIs always work the best when you give it individual tasks. So we want one AI to focus on producing the best quality copy, and we want another AI to actually focus on using the headlines. And I'll show you these prompts in just a second. We're going to be using proven marketing frameworks to actually generate the copy. And we're also going to be using proven headline frameworks to go ahead and generate the headlines. So now that's finished, let me go back into our system and show you what we've actually gone ahead and generated. So what we can do now is actually come into the ad swipe file, and we can see here we've got a file for Growth Cart Agency, and we can jump into this and see the ad campaign is actually gone ahead and created for us. So let's jump into here and take a quick look. So we got Growth Cart Agency. Headline 1, how UK founders increase profitable revenue without wasting ad budget. For the actual variant, calling e-commerce founders in the UK, is your CPA/CAC just keeps creeping up and ad costs are killing margins? You might think pouring more budget into ads will fix it, or that an agency dashboard full of clicks means success. Too often that leads to rising costs, vanity metrics, and no real improvement to profit. So you can see how that's actually taken the fears from the ICP research we generated, and it's plugged that into the campaign to actually generate relevant results. And then down here we got the actual solution. So at Growth Cart Agency, we build a done-for-you performance marketing system that combines full funnel paid ads across Meta, Google, and TikTok with conversion rate optimization and retention. And here it's basically taking the solution we gave it within the company details and it's turning that into a pitch. And then down here, worried another agency will deliver traffic but not profit, once again using their fears generated in the ICP research, or that work will create data headaches and integration overhead. So you can see this is using industry relevant terminology. And we've got our approach reduces funnel fragmentation by combining paid CRO and retention work, so you can stop chasing scattered fees and start improving real metrics that move profit. We proved it with a D2C skincare brand. We scaled from 120k to 420k monthly revenue in 6 months by restructuring ad account architecture and optimizing product page conversion rates. Another fashion brand saw CPA drop 38% while average order value rose through upsell funnels and email retention flows. And then we got the call to action here. Get your free e-commerce growth audit and revenue roadmap to see where profit is hiding in your funnel. Click sign up to claim your audit and revenue roadmap. So you can see this is just one of the free ad variants we actually created. And you can see just from this how high quality the actual ads are. And the great thing about this is if you wanted to make some changes to this, or you like the overall structure but you wanted to make some tweaks, you can actually come in here and edit this as well. So for example, you wanted to have learn more instead of sign up, you can just go ahead and click learn more here, and you can make all the changes to it you need. I'll show you quickly some of these as well. You can pause the video and read those if you like. But for the headline, what most UK founders don't know about cutting CAC and scaling profitability. And for this next headline here, tired of rising ad costs, here's how you scale revenue profitably. So what we've done here is we've actually used proven frameworks in both the body copy and the headline copy. And it's taken the ICP research and we've taken all the information we gave it about your company, and it's actually used those frameworks to plug your business into it to generate high quality ad campaigns. And say for example, you work in a business where you have multiple ideal customer profiles, or perhaps you have multiple products and want to run multiple campaigns. What you can do is you can literally come into here and you can just add a duplicate, and you can come into here and change the ICP around. You can change the actual offer around and what you're actually looking to offer in the ad. And what you're going to be able to do then is create another campaign with different creatives that you can then use to plug into your business and plug that into your ad campaign. Now, how do we actually generate high value first drafts like this, where it's using proven frameworks and actually plugging your business into this? I won't go through the whole system now, that'll be for another video. But essentially what we're doing is we're grabbing all of this ICP research here. We're getting all of the information around your company's offer, and then we're basically plugging it into a first AI module here. So in terms of the system prompt we're giving it, we're just saying you're a world-class ad copywriter, and that's basically going to tell it to write these ads from the perspective of a world-class copywriter. And if I just show you a little bit around the user prompt, we're going to be creating ad copy variants for a new social media ad campaign for a client. Your task is to create 3 winning ad copy variants using a proven framework. Now there's a bunch of frameworks that you can use depending on what you like to do in your own business. For example, there's AIDA, which stands for attention, interest, desire, action. But for this one, we're actually going to be using the closer framework, which I'll go over in just a second. But if I scroll down here, we basically told it to use all the information around the company's offer. Basically told it to use all the information around the ICP research. So if I go down and actually show you what the closer framework looks like, for C, we've got clarify who they are and actually call out the ICP. So an example of this could be attention homeowners in London, or are you a business owner facing XYZ problem? We just want to call out the ICP within the ad to get their attention. And it's always important to give the AI some examples of what you're actually looking for. That way it can continue to produce high quality and consistent copy. And then if I scroll down and show you a bit more of this. So L is label them with a problem. So with the problem we actually generated through the research and we actually looked into, what it's going to be able to do is it's going to be able to produce a section of ad copy that really hones in on their problems and the pains they're facing on a day-to-day basis. And then once again, we've given it some examples here. So tired of manual data entry processes, or unsure about how to get ahead within the upcoming AI revolution. So we've given it some examples here on how to actually create the copy. And then for O, overview past pains. So in here, we actually looked into what are some things they've tried in the past that haven't actually worked out for them. And the AI is going to be able to plug this into here to write about things they've tried before and bust some common myths. So for examples here, we've got most people think that Facebook ads are still the best way to get clients, but here's why that's not true. Or most people try to manage their own home project and end up going over budget, something like that. And then S is where we actually sell them our offer, sell them the vacation. So using the offer we actually gave it in the company information, it's going to be able to plug in our offer here. And when we gave it all those features and benefits, it's going to be able to really sell the offer in the way we want it to. And once again, just plugged in some examples. So for E, we're explaining away concerns, we're overcoming objections. Do you remember in the ICP questions on the 10th question where we actually asked it, what are some main objections people see with common solutions already in this industry? This section here is really going to focus on overcoming objections and telling them why you're different. And then R is all about reinforcing their decision and actually providing them with case studies, social proof, so they actually have confidence clicking on the ad and booking in a call with you, or signing up or learning more regardless of what your CTA is. And if I come down here, what we're going to do is we're going to provide case studies, and then we're going to include the CTA offer we actually included in the company details. So that could be get your free growth audit, get your free consultation, etc. And then down here, we're just giving out our CTA button to actually tell them what the CTA looks like. So we got a few extra rules here, but that's essentially the gist of the prompt. And then within the actual ad headline prompt down here, I'm using ChatGPT 5, by the way, just because it's the highest quality model for actually generating copy. Same prompt here. So you're a world-class ad copywriter. So that's just going to tell the system how to act. And if I come down into here, I've given it some context. So we're creating ad headline variants. And then for the task itself, I've just said your task is to create 3 winning ad headline variants using the proven frameworks I'm actually going to be giving you. And once again, we're giving it context around your company's offer. We're giving it context around the ICP research that we've done. And from that, it's going to be able to produce headlines that are actually relevant, but also use the proven frameworks that we know have been successful in the past. So some examples of headline frameworks that we're going to be feeding into the AI. So the first headline framework is how our ICP are achieving their desired outcome without common obstacle. So if I come back here into the database, you can see how it's used it here, how UK founders increase profitable revenue without wasting ad budget. So it's basically going to be plugging all of these variables into here. And this way the AI is not going to make up different outcomes every single time, and we can ensure reliability in the actual output. And if I come down here into the second framework, so what most ICP don't know about getting their desired outcome. And the third framework here is, are you tired of pain? Here's how you can achieve desired outcome. So if I come back into here, let's see how they've used them. What most UK founders don't know about cutting CAC and scaling profitability, and tired of rising ad costs. Here's how you can scale revenue profitably. But all in all, like I mentioned, this is going to give you a great base when you actually go about implementing campaigns like this. And like I said, you can go in and edit it, and you could even come in and schedule this when you actually want to put it live. Now, I hope that was valuable. If you want me to actually go into how to set up databases like this and actually how to link it to automation software, so you can build out these AI systems like this to automate your entire ad creation process, let me know down below and I'll go ahead and create that in another video. Or if you want to skip the whole process, I've left a link below this video to actually book in a time, and we'll go through how we can actually go ahead and set this up for your business.